Hey everyone, it's John Orlando from the PVD Cast, and I wanted to take a few moments of your time to let you know where you can find the PVD Cast. The online home of yours truly, PVDcast.com, is a great place to go, but it's also available through all the major podcasting platforms like Apple Podcasts, Stitcher Radio, Spotify, etc. There's also live broadcasts of the PVD Cast every single week. Mondays 8 p.m. Eastern through the Facebook page of the PVD Cast, and Tuesdays at 7:30 p.m. through the Scene Snobs Facebook page. And no matter how you listen, please make sure you rate, review, and subscribe. And with that, I will chat at each and every one of you later.
Hey everybody, it's CJ Graham, Jason Voorhees. That's right, Friday the 13th, part 6. And you're listening to thescenesnobs.com.
Animal like drinking! We're drinking. Cheers. One more. You hear that song? Pretty good. All these variations. Your lifestyle.
I get there.
It's real quick. Super quick.
This episode is brought to you by Kimball's Cookies. Custom cookies for every occasion. And by Matthews Arcade. Custom-built arcade games. And Kinesi Shoes. Feed the flame.
There he is.
Guapo! What's up, buddy?
So yesterday I got the second. Everyone's getting a vaccine. I didn't get the COVID one. I got the second shingles one.
I see. Lucky you.
I'm watching in the middle of the night. There's a beautiful commercial. Some ladies driving. There's a vaccine. Yeah. So 3 months I go to my pharmacy. I know the guy pretty well. I'm like, look, should I get it? He's like, yeah, you can get it. I had the worst. You look on the thing for the side effects. Not only did I have every one of them, but I had them as bad as you could. So last night I get home, I got the shot around probably 6:30, and I by 9:30 I felt like it was going to be my last night. I couldn't move. You look at all the bad things that happened. And I woke up today at 9:30 a.m. And I slept till around 5 o'clock because you know how you feel terrible, you just want to sleep it off.
Oh yeah.
Oh, so I did that today pretty much. I feel better now. Last time it lasted about 2 days. But it didn't happen as quickly. So what I'm hoping is this time it basically the worst of it's over and I'm done with it. But anyway.
Hopefully, man. Yeah, that stuff messes you up, especially because that's the one that affects your joints, right? It makes you all sore and weird and awkward.
I'll tell you right now, like the first time I didn't know what happened. Now I know what it is, definitely. So I'm not going to worry about it much. But I've been to the hospital maybe like 3 times in my life. Once I got my gallbladder out. Once was another, I was in an accident, and this was like, I was like yesterday thinking like, should I go to the hospital? I can't move. Not this time, but the first, that's how bad it was.
Wow.
But I actually forgot about it last time because it was a day later. So I'm like,
Right.
what the hell happened to me? Like, what did I do? Like, I thought I had maybe food poisoning or got COVID. I didn't know what it was, but I was starting to really worry. Then I just figured it out when I'm like, oh my God, let me look up this vaccine. I looked it up, and it's basically every single one on the list. You can check it off. I got it. So it doesn't
Brutal,
matter.
man. Brutal.
Yeah.
Well,
But it's
happy you're in good spirits today, man.
better. No, yeah. Like I said, it's interesting. I asked Salim to come on. He was in the waiting room.
He's
You want to
here.
bring him in?
No.
You know what the funny thing? All right, Salim. Salim, where are you? Salim?
Salim.
I'm in a train. Sorry, guys.
Oh, that's
I have
okay.
I have a bad connection. In like 10 minutes, I will be at home. But I can stay
All
with
right.
you now.
Yeah, just stay
Okay.
for a few minutes. But anyway, I was watching the last show and saying, look how nice these guys behave on a podcast. They take turns, they ask questions, nobody talks over each other.
Nice.
And Madman, I don't know if you've ever seen ours. It's all over the place. You can't get a word in edgewise, especially when Paul Banky joins in. And it is absolutely impossible
he must
to
be
get
there.
a
He must
question.
be there.
Yeah. So what is your podcast exactly? What do you talk about mostly?
We are movies, industry topics. He and I just kind of do some comedy and go back and forth. And
Where
A
do
little
you
bit of
live?
everything with no real purpose.
Where do you live? Where you
In
located?
Virginia right now.
Okay, where are you from originally? Virginia?
Connecticut.
Okay. They're
Yeah.
one of the
Oh,
states that's
that's
going to
not
be
so far.
getting rid of the mask mandate. It looks like Connecticut. That's surprising.
Yeah, it's
But-
always shocking what they do. I never know what's happening up there.
Connecticut's a strange place. Yeah,
It is, man.
It really is. So Salim, as you guys, as Mike knows, he was on the French national team. He's a good pro boxer. He's fought for a world title, and it looks like he has his daughter with him. You have your daughter with you?
Yeah, I was in the gym with me. She was in the
So
gym
that's-
with me. Say hi.
That's his shadow. She goes
That's
everywhere.
awesome. Hi.
She worked out with me. Yeah, we trained and we were at church. I did some spa,
Church Street?
with Samir. Yeah.
Oh, the big guy. So last week,
Yeah.
I don't know what possessed me. I went to there's Brian. I went to Church Street, and I basically I think it's all Paul Banky to come in, but I can't imagine he's gonna. It's off his schedule. It's Friday, so I don't even see Paul Banky. But anyway, what we were talking about, but I lost my train of thought for a second. I don't
Talk about
I
this
forgot.
thing you went last time.
Oh yeah, so last week out of nowhere, I woke up on Friday and decided I haven't even thrown a punch in a year. I decided I'm going to go get some work in with Salim, and I don't think I did that bad. I mean, like the instincts are still the same,
Yeah, you did good.
but next time I'll do a little bit better. I didn't throw enough punches, but it'll be all right. Next time we do 4. They won't be around next week. It's 3 of them. So we have next week we have Kurt. So Waleed, who I signed, he's a 2016 Olympian. He's going to be making his pro debut for me in Mexico. And then I have Ahmed. He's 11-1 as a pro. He had a real bad experience in the pro game. Stopped boxing for a while, but he will be back. He'll be fighting next Friday as well. So if nothing else, COVID got me going. But I want to also mention that Salim's daughter last week, I moved my stuff out of the gym finally. I don't know what you want to call it. My lease expired, and it's not worth it to renew it. She helped us out, so she's a better helper than I was, to be honest. I didn't do much. I'm in the way when you do any kind of labor.
She used your glove today.
Oh yeah, I gave her a pair of gloves as payment, and our other friend gave her $10. So
That's pretty solid. That's a good take.
She was happy.
She took the gloves to the gym. Then that's good. Yeah, good. How old is she, Salim? She's
She
4.
used it today. Yeah.
She's 4.
No, you're 6, right? You're 6. Yeah, she's 6.
6 years old.
That's
Okay.
awesome.
Yes.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
poor Brian over here is looking like a statue. He hasn't said a word.
Oh, there he is. Okay, I was wondering if he was in.
Yeah, there he is. But yeah. So how's this going for you guys? Just real quickly explain the Brady situation, like clearly. I got dribs and drabs of it, but I don't know the full story.
So Brady is a wonderful little pup who unfortunately has a abscess growing behind his eye. So between the ear and eye, that whole side of his head. So what's happening is they need to have surgery to remove, unfortunately, the eye and the abscess behind it before it potentially becomes an issue. It affects his brain. So we're trying to save up that money and make sure that we can build up enough to get him his surgery.
Trying to think if I know a vet. Another route to take would be if you know a vet. Sometimes they'll do things like that, for not the publicity, but just because some vets are good people and a lot
Hey
of vets are good
everybody,
people.
how's it going? It's John Orlando here.
Oh, hit the wrong button. Sorry.
Was that live? Was that live?
No, that was live. That's the next show.
Oh, okay. You recorded ahead of time?
That one, yeah. He couldn't be here tonight, but he wanted to record something.
Gotcha. So, what's the plan looking like? How much you have to raise to get the operation?
So
1,200. We are at 880 right now. We're kind of standing still at 880. Hopefully, we can bring it down. But yeah, we're getting there though.
Oh, you need 1,200. You'll get there. You'll definitely get there.
we're on the
I
way.
have
We're
another
making good
guy.
traction.
I have another guy coming on, Ricky. He was actually my first Golden Gloves champ ever in when I had my first gym. He's going to tell us about something, and he was going to see if he could – he's going to have to explain. I hope he makes it on, but it would have helped us. I don't know. It's something with NBA Top Shot. Anybody know what that is?
No, not familiar.
No.
Gonna have to
Me
look it
either,
up,
so I guess we'll find out if he makes it on or not. But
yeah, it'd be great.
he's saying something. I don't know what it is. I'm going to guess some sort of fantasy basketball game where you win prizes, and I think it's more – I don't think it's like a long shot kind of thing. I think it's more head-to-head kind of thing, or I'm not really sure. Like, hopefully he gets on and he can explain it to us, but I'm not really certain what
John,
it is.
anything basketball, you think I would know it, and I don't even know that.
I think it's a game. I think it's just a game. NBA Top Shot.
It's
Okay.
because it's officially licensed digital collectibles. So,
Yeah, anyway, I think well,
So it's like digital basketball cards?
basically,
don't have a clue. But
Something
he was
like
going to try to explain it to us. Yeah, but I don't think he's going to make it on. He was at I Play America with his family, and he couldn't promise he'd make it on, but hopefully he
But
does.
John,
I have a feeling he's not.
you said you look good in sparring. I'm going to be honest. I'm not a boxing guy. You weren't looking good at all, my friend.
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm
could've
fine. You know
taken
what?
I could have taken you.
I'm fine. I doubt that, but I'm fine because my movement is there. The movement's the hardest part. I don't care.
You saw
The
the
punches
video or
come
no?
later. Yeah, but they probably saw it. And you know what
Saw
the
the
funny
video.
thing Salim was saying? I have like when I posted, you have like all kind of world champions. He was saying he was looking at his phone,
Yeah.
and you have like world champions critiquing my sparring. I still get a
Yeah.
kick out of it that I know those guys.
Comments,
It's just
a lot of
amazing.
comments. Yeah, it was a lot of notifications. I said, wow, what happened?
Salim was taking it easy on you. I saw him pulling those little
Salim's
jabs.
on a
I saw him pulling
Salim's on
them.
a different level. But I would say right now, also my first time, I don't show much. I was looking at what I'm
the
dealing with.
body. I was not holding my punch to the body. I was punching for
No,
real.
he-
Body
he-
shot,
yeah,
you
the body shot.
threw body shots. The
He caught me in the head a
body
couple
shots
times
through.
too, so I walked into a couple. But I caught him with maybe 4 or 5 decent punches that
The good
snuck in.
uppercut, the good right hand. Yeah.
I got the
Oh,
uppercut
John
that
has
was off
power.
camera.
John has power. I know.
The power's
I
the last
told
thing
you.
to go, and I still have a little bit.
No,
but
the
I
power
mean,
stay forever. It's not like this.
yeah, the power doesn't go anywhere. The power stays there. You just got to be able to move enough and not get tired, which is that goes first.
Yeah.
But it's all
You need
don't-
to use your feet, and that's it.
without ruining it. Did anybody watch Coming to America, the new one yet?
Not
Oh,
yet.
that was horrible.
Don't tell me. Don't tell me.
come
Don't tell me.
on.
Don't ruin it. Don't ruin it. Don't ruin it, because it would be hard for me not to like that. Salim, you ever hear the movie Coming to America with Eddie Murphy like 30 years ago? Oh, you weren't even
Yeah, I
born
remember
then.
this
You were
movie.
32.
No,
Yeah, you were like-
I saw this movie.
Yeah,
Nice.
they made a new one. And I can't wait to watch it. But
Who is that?
I don't have Amazon Prime. I don't know if it's worth getting that for one movie.
I like him.
I have
It's on the
Amazon
movie
Prime.
theater, right?
What?
Amazon Prime is
Amazon
worth it for
Prime,
the package.
okay.
Yeah,
I have
but it's
Netflix.
worth it. But wait. Let me ask you this: Isn't it like what is it, $119 a year? And what do you mean the packaging? The packages come quicker?
Every
Yeah,
2 days.
like
2 days. 2-day delivery.
I'm in Carteret. There's you can throw a rock and hit the place where it comes from here. If it's in stock, I've had things I've ordered. It says it's coming like 2.5 weeks later. I'll leave my house that night and it's on my porch. That's
Dude.
why.
Why
Yeah.
is it, we're like 6 blocks away from each other, but I only see you on Zoom calls. What's up with that?
What do you mean? Oh, I'm late. I'm staying in my house. I'm afraid of COVID. I'll be honest. I'm not. I'm going to be afraid of this till the end. I haven't got the vaccine or anything yet. I'll get it eventually, but I'm still a little leery with it.
Hey, you could wear a mask and do a fist bump.
You got to get me out of the house to do that. I ain't coming out of this house.
You went boxing. You were
Brian,
boxing
you're
the
gonna have to
other
do a
day. Come on,
drive-by and
dude.
just hit him.
Yeah, you
from
got to do a
the
drive-by,
front
beat
porch.
the horn. I'll come running out. No, but I had to go to the gym last week because I had to sign those 2 guys. I wanted to sign them. meet them, and then, like I said, we're shipping them off to Mexico. I think they're leaving on Wednesday,
Wow.
and they'll get that done, and it's kind of amazing.
No, they
Salim,
fly Thursday, no? They fly Thursday.
oh yeah, they leave Thursday. Salim hadn't fought in quite a while
because-
either. Salim, 2 years you hadn't fought at least, right?
Yeah.
So we got him a fight in South
My last
Carolina. When
fight
did
was
you?
2 months ago. Yeah, you gave me a fight.
That's
I got him
awesome.
a fight 2 months ago. I'll get him another one. Salim already fought for a world title, so it'll be pretty easier to get him to a big money fight, which is the goal.
I
And
hope, yeah.
we'll get you some kind of money fight, a TV fight, or but that's not going to be hard. But winning the fight's going to be the problem. So you got to be ready. We got to keep you sharp. That's why I got to get you something in the next month. I spoke to somebody. I talked to somebody about something in May. I talk to so many people on a daily basis about this stuff. I don't remember. Someone mentioned something in May. I forgot what it was. But anyway, I'll try to get you on that maybe.
I will be ready. I'm ready. I spar twice a week. I stay sharp,
Yeah. Good deal.
I know it's going to come. So
And what we got to do, we got to stream your fight
I
on here
love you.
live if you fight to the smaller venue. Is
Yeah.
that possible?
And, yeah.
That would be awesome.
To stream
We
the
could
fight.
definitely do that. Nah,
That would be great.
we could definitely do
Yeah,
that.
it would be great.
Yeah, we could definitely stream this fight.
Because I have a lot of people
that-
in France. Last fight, all my people in France was waiting for the fight because you said the link didn't work. You remember?
yeah. The link was a
Nobody
nightmare.
Get
the link was a nightmare.
get the cameras up, and then we'll have a Scene Snob streaming exclusive.
If we could do that, honestly, that would be absolutely great if we could do that.
Even
Nothing
even
bad's
in
gonna
my
happen.
small
And then this is in
city,
France.
even in the
Okay.
city, Norway, at the pizza place, they put it
Oh,
on
yeah.
the TV. They were waiting, but nobody.
Yeah, we had
get
crowds
the
of
fight.
people in a few places ready for this fight, and whatever happened, the stream never
Yeah.
worked. So
Yeah,
we get our
everybody
own
was
working.
calling
Let's
me.
get our own going.
It's not working. So next
But you
time,
have to-
hopefully next time.
You have to be prepared since we're not going to have commentators. It's just going to be Casey and I doing the commentating.
Yeah, can you do the commentating?
We're not going
Absolutely.
to know anything
I
we're
would
talking
love
about.
to do the commentating. I promise
perfect.
I will lie wonderfully. So
Perfect.
I think Casey and Mick should be the commentators, and I'll provide the color commentary. I'll be the Joe Rogan of it. How about that?
Yeah, you
That'll work.
do the nose. Oh,
I'll-
when I
How
tell
hard
you
would it
what.
be to arrange that? Nothing really, right? Just get a cell phone set up, correct? And that's it. That's all you would need.
Yeah, and then we can hook it up to. We'll link it to the StreamYard. The
All right,
only
so, yeah.
don't do a iPhone though. Do a Android.
Android.
That's
iPhone.
easy enough. We'll have people. We'll have a bunch of people there. We can get whatever you need.
Awesome.
I'll tell you what. We will be Casey and I doing the commentating, and then this is how we'll have Brian.
Perfect. Perfect. You could just mute them the whole time. That'd be even better if you mute them the whole time. But yeah, we could definitely get that done. And then, like I said, I
But
talked to
John, you
someone
want somebody to be like, "Oh, that was a jab." Casey and Mick wouldn't even know what a jab is.
What are you
That's
talking
right.
about? I'll be on there going, look at that footwork. I've never seen anyone fly so great. He's all
That's what we
over
wanna
the
have.
ring.
Exactly.
Good spell over here, and I'm just going to be
And,
like,
and by the way, guys, I always think of this when I play NHL for PS5. Brian was on the wrong end of the biggest comeback in the history of NHL 93 at his cousin Dave's basement. Brian was in the third period. And those periods are 2 minutes long. He was up 6-0, and his cousin Dave.
5 minutes.
They were 5 minutes. Well, anyway, it was impossible. And every time, Dave didn't even look at us. He was glued to the screen, looking at it. He didn't make a sound. And basically, he erased the deficit. I think he won by 2. So I've never seen anything like that. That's the greatest comeback in the history of video games. And Brian was on the wrong end of it. I don't know how we blew a 6-goal lead. And those 5 minutes is really like 90 seconds in real time.
By the way, I'm also 7 years younger than John. So
I'm hearing a lot of excuses is what I'm hearing there. That's
I'm just being honest.
I don't
I
want
was
my
probably
sports guy to
11
lose
at the
at
time,
NHL
and he was
93.
18. Come on.
Nah, no, it's just nothing but excuses. So Salim, where are you at now? What stop are you at now? You all, I'm sure you guys remember the train pretty well. Right?
No. I think Elizabeth.
Oh, you're almost home. He lives in Rawway. So you want to hear a funny story? How I knew Salim from being on the wrong end of a double cross. I kind of in a sense, not double crossed him, but what's the word? Coaxed him into something that was a very bad situation when I was working on the other, not working with the other team, but you need an opponent, you need someone to come in that's not really going to get a fair shake. So Salim was my guy. Brought him in, and then the funny thing, I'm at my gym in Rahway where he lives now, and his wife called like 2 or 3 times, said his name, and I'm like, I know that name from somewhere. Look it up on BoxRec. I remember the situation, and I'm thinking, oh my God. So he comes in. Obviously we bury the hatchet. It's boxing, and if you don't protect the person you're working with, it's going to be a long. They're not going to get anywhere. I hate to say it, but anyway. So now I'm on the opposite side trying to protect Salim, or get him a big money fight, and we're on our way, and we've taken pretty good care of Salim. I work with Danny Gonzalez, an attorney from Perth Amboy. I think we've got him back on track now, and I think, like I said, I think we can get him to at least one big fight. So
That's fantastic, man.
What weight
Salim, I
class
really,
is him?
really hope
154.
all the best for you, man.
now he'll get there. He's, like I said, he's accomplished. He had a rough spell. They took advantage of him, and that's how it goes in boxing. If you're not connected in boxing, like anything.
Yeah, he's here. Run away.
All right, Salim.
All
We'll
right,
see you
Salim.
later, Salim. Thanks for coming
Take care,
on.
bud.
Salim, thank you.
So,
So,
John,
yeah, so we got him
what
back.
weight class is he?
Junior middleweight. He's been on TV a bunch of times. He got used for a green card. He's here on a visa, and the guy who brought him over, it's almost like you're going to fight this guy, you're going home. That kind of mess. And I can tell you stories way worse than that in the boxing world. I've seen things I'd hate to repeat. I mean, things that are outright disgusting. I mean, and it's ugly. And he's been on the wrong end of that. But I'm trying now to just get him to the one big money fight, which is not going to be hard. He has 33 pro fights. He won 21 of them. He had a bunch of robberies thrown in where he's not going to get a decision if he's not the protected guy. And he fought for a world title. So I'm certain that if up-and-coming guy like 12-0, 13 needs a fight, I can get him in there. A big money fight. He's in shape now. He wasn't really prepared. He took one of the fights on 1 day's notice. They called him at midnight. They had to fly in at 6 a.m. And how that's going to end up? Not very well.
Oh yeah, no, that's set up for failure, man.
But
Yeah, he flew across the
what's
country.
he walk around at? Like,
Nah, he
weight-wise?
walks. Like not even 162. He walks around pretty light. He
So
doesn't.
it's not a big weight cut.
No, but he had to lose 8 pounds overnight. That's not. He had to run and he had to get on a flight. That's not going to work.
No,
So,
it's not.
And you're going to fly, and flying dehydrates. You ever get off a flight, a long flight? You just feel like you just ran a marathon for some reason. So imagine getting there the night before the fight, really late, having to weigh in that night because it's the day before weigh-ins, and then you're fighting the next day. That's not a fun situation.
Even if you have to lose 6 pounds after that flight, that's a lot.
2 pounds would be a lot
Yeah,
because I don't know why.
anything.
Yeah, you fly across the country, and there's nothing you could do. The fight itself, I would take, if I were my guys, I wouldn't allow him to even do it. He did it just because, like I said, they were holding the green card over his head almost. It's like, you don't go, you're going to be back in France next weekend. So, and I don't think they meant it, but it's still, he has a nice family. They have a home here. They have 3 kids that go to the schools here. They were born here. That's all you need is your father to get shipped back to another country because of some guy who will do whatever it takes to get ahead. Or he wants to brown nose the big promoter to get himself opportunities later at Salim's expense. That's completely common. That happens all too often. And like I said, I can tell you stories that will make you guys cringe, things that I have seen that you would not believe they're true. And when you watch a boxing movie and it's like real shady stuff going on, you're like, that's just exaggerating. That's watered down. Like I wouldn't tell you guys on the air, but I would tell you off there things I've seen, and you would agree. You would cringe what the kind of stuff that is going on sometimes.
Man, just so much predatory action between everybody. I never thought it was quite like that. I mean, is that between gym owners, managers? What's the level of battling promoters? Like,
there's bottom feeders. That's what I would call them. These are guys that never boxed a day in their life. They decided age 42 they're a realtor or they're like a Wall Street guy. They want to get involved in boxing, and their only goal is to make money in boxing. So they'll literally, if they take the fight and they're the guy's manager, they get their cut. You throw a guy to the wolves and he makes $25,000, you're making a nice chunk of change. You would go $8,000 for answering the phone and saying, my guy will get beat up to your guy. Wow. So, and it happens like that. Me, I work with you guys. So Mike, you saw Mauricio last couple of weeks. He came on. He's a former world champ. He's on my team now. I like to have him. And then I always have a lawyer on my team, Danny. You haven't met Danny yet, but he's the lawyer I like to have involved because I don't like anything like that going on. I like my lawyer to say that's not going to happen. And Mauricio brings credibility. He was a world champion. And Paul Banky will weasel his way into it somehow. He'll always find a way to get involved. And that's also credibility. So, keep it scary and safe.
I will tell you, in producing the Guapo Show, I've met more world champions than I think I've ever thought I would. I mean, Paul Banky, Mauricio, Dwight Gooden, 2 times.
Sam Garnes. I think he won a Super Bowl.
Yep.
We had Sinisa Estrada. She's fighting for a world title next week. We had Montel Griffin. He was an Olympian, and he won a world title. Who else did we have on? And Joey Gamache says last week they changed the weigh-in law because he's a 2-time world champ. He fought Arturo Gatti at Madison Square Garden, and in the fight, Arturo Gatti ended up being 19 pounds heavier than him, and it just wasn't a fair fight. So they actually changed the law because of that situation that night in Madison Square Garden. And you're going to see a lot more world champions. I just got to find a better way to figure out how to people where it's not you get Paul Banky on the screen, it's all Paul Banky.
Yeah.
And so, he dominates and he's asking questions. Joey Gamache was trying to talk to Kurt. Kurt's my other guy. He played football at Fresno State, a great running back. Now I signed him. He's 2-0, going to be 3-0 next week. And I had Joey Gamache trying to talk to him, and I have Paul Banky talking to someone else at the same time. And I almost shake my head. So my other podcast in the past, I always have a straight man who asks a question, and that's ideal. I'm not really a good question asker. Mike has probably figured that out really quick. I don't even ask any questions most of the time. Paul Banky starts talking, and we just roll with it. But they usually ask a question to both me and the other guy, which would be Paul, and it works wonderfully well. So that's the goal. We got to figure that out somehow and make that thing.
My favorite. All right. So one of my favorite things to do on a Guapo Show is when Paul comes on. The very first episode when Paul was on, John and Paul are 2 of my favorite human beings. And Paul, I mean, I don't even like Brian. I don't know why he's on here, but
I don't know how he lasted this long either, to be honest with you.
Brian introduced,
especially after you learn about he can't even play NHL with a guy that's 7 years older than him. That's not an advantage on the other side. That's a disadvantage. Any kid should beat an adult at a video game. But go ahead.
Just say it.
You weren't an adult. You were 18, my friend.
No, what year was that? No, it was 93. I was like 23, and you would have been like 16.
I'm going to discount everything you're saying right there. I doubt the years.
That's the
years could be wrong. What do you think? It was like 89?
Yeah, probably.
It could be from. It could be 89.
Probably Sega Genesis. I don't even think we were on PlayStation yet.
No, it was Sega Genesis. It was it was that.
93 was definitely Sega Genesis.
Yeah.
I will say
it was. Yeah, I
will say this: the very first episode of the Guapo Show, Paul gets up. Now there's guests on and everything. John's asking questions. Paul gets up with the camera and goes in, and he's just standing there, and the camera's looking at him, and John just like shakes his head. He's like, "Paul, what are you doing? Are you taking a piss?" He's like, "No, I'm cooking." He's just cooking dinner right there. It was classic, and that's what you get when you watch the Guapo Show. You're going to get world champions on, and you think you're going to talk about fights. They're not. They're talking about life, and it's so much fun.
Oh, my favorite is, where's the producer? Mike the producer. Mike the producer. Come on.
Producer guy. Where's the producer guy? Yeah. Who did we lose? We lost. We lost. There we go. There we go.
I was showing him what I do during.
So yeah, we say,
Mike, the producer. Where's the producer?
Paul Banky asked for you more than me. Paul Banky.
No,
Where's the guy, Mike? Where's the guy, Mike? Hey, Mike, I want to ask you something.
Paul will just bail in the middle of a show, and then he'll come back.
He was supposed to come on today, I think. I don't know if he was gonna. I forgot. I don't know. I told him. I don't know if I explained it to him or not. But he's hit or miss, and he could be anywhere. On a, it's Friday. He's not prepared, mentally prepared. So, did you read the book, Mike? Did you read the book?
Oh, his book is amazing.
Okay, so I haven't read it. That's our secret.
You gotta read it.
I don't want to read it.
You're in it. You were mentioned in it.
That's all right. I'm good. I'll. You can tell me the parts I'm in next time. Next time we'll do it like a. Now I'm going to get the author on as well. We have to change the time because he's in Britain, but Paul Zanin wrote the book. That's an interesting story. How I convinced him to do it. He writes for Ring Magazine, but also he's the best-selling British boxing author of all time, and he has a library of books. And he wants to come on. He was really upset. I got the times messed up. I thought it was 6 o'clock here, but it was 9 o'clock here one time. I said, well, how's this time work for you? Perfect. I don't know why I thought it was 6 o'clock, but it was 9. And I got the meanest. You told me like it's 2 a.m. over here. I waited this long. Where the hell? And so he went to sleep, and that was the end of that. But I thought about it. Oh my God, I thought it was 6 over here, but it was 6 where Paul Behnke went. So I butchered that, and that did not work out for him. But
yeah, things happen.
Here's the deal.
I'm still waiting for you to get me Frankie Edgar. You told me I'm going to meet Frankie Edgar. Come on.
That's not hard. Not in COVID, though. I don't think he's around.
I didn't say in COVID.
No, that's easy. But let go. I don't think he's in the country. I think he's not. I think he went back to where he's from to be with his family. Wait till things open up. Yeah,
it was Edgar's Jersey, East Tom's River.
All right. We can argue Jersey all day long. It's 9:30. I got to kick you guys off because we got the.
All right, we're out of here. Thanks for having us.
Hey, we appreciate you guys. Make sure to check out the Guapo Show. Y'all are amazing. This was fantastic. Good little snippet.
Thursdays at 8 p.m. John, I love you. Brian, I love you. You guys are amazing. We will see Brian and Pat with the Sports Snobs, and if John wants to jump back on, please do.
Can I come back on? I want to stay on.
Yeah. 9:45. 9:45.
All right, 15 minutes. I'll be ready. Do I stay here or come back on?
You can hang.
Whatever you want to do. You're coming off the screen, but whatever you want to do.
That's okay, but I'll wait
in the green room.
All right, perfect.
All right, guys. See you in a few.
Okay.
All right, guys. Thank you very much. I want to do an update. We are currently at 9:10. 9:10.
Moving forward for Brady.
By 10:30, I want to be at 1,000. Then we got 200 left. We can do this. Let's get it done. We are at 9:10. I love you guys for donating. You guys are amazing. We're saving Brady. You guys can see the energy of the Guapo Show. I always have a great time with them.
They are a blast, man. It is a lot, too. Like, I didn't really quite understand who was who one of the first episodes I watched. And like they said, it was just everyone was talking, and it was hilarious. It was so Jersey. It was so Jersey.
It is. It's like the most Jersey show, but it reminds me of home. So, like, I love it.
Well, of course.
So you guys could check out the Guapo Show every Thursday at 8 p.m. You guys should be checking it out. Like I'm telling you, world champions are coming on that show, and it's just brilliant every time.
We just met Salim. Salim's fantastic. He's been vying for world champion. That's ridiculous. He's great.
He's fun. And I can't wait. I hope we can stream his fight. I would absolutely love to do that.
That would be incredible. And I would absolutely co-sell that whole thing. I would have a blast doing ring announcer. Are you kidding me?
We're just the asinine guys that we are, just commentating it. I think it would be fun.
It'd be fantastic.
All right, so it is 9:32. I'm a little bit late. I got to bring on the PVD cast. John Orlando, man, you can check him out. Let me pull it up. You can check out John Orlando on the Scene Snobs podcast, Scene Snobs channel every Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. They're our lead-in show for the Scene Snobs podcast. We love John. He's fantastic.
He's awesome. Great. Always good guests, and I love his wrestling talk. He's just smart dude, a lot of fun, good enthusiasm, and fantastic voice.
Hockey stuff too is amazing too. So all right, I'm going to put on his show now, and we'll see you guys in about 15 minutes, and we're going to have the Sports Snobs on.